player like Chloe Tryon, obviously an experienced campaigner for South Africa, and she's been in really good form recently, which is pretty good for us. So hoping she can bring some of that form to the tournament here.
All right, ladies, go well.
Thank you.
A big thank you there to Anissa Mohammed and to Hayley Matthews. TKR have won the toss. They'll be bowling first.
Thank you very much, Ian Bishop. Well, I've got Stacey Ann King to take us through these teams.
Yeah, from a batting perspective, Barbados Royals will rely heavily on Hayley Matthews, who recently came back from the 100. Renice Boyce, Brittany Cooper, Chloe Tryon, international from South Africa. She's really handy with batting and bowling. Bowling-wise, of course, Chloe Tryon, Afi Fletcher, but look out for Fatima Sana, Trinbago Knight Riders. Anissa Mohammed, of course, will lead this team. No Deandra Dutton. She's on her way. Sunelus Kituli Kodali, and of course Hayley Johnson from New Zealand. They are some players to really look out for.
All right, lots of excitement and anticipation ahead of this first game of the Sky X60. It is cricket's power game, and it's wonderful that we're here at Warner Park. It is a small ground, so let's find out a bit more about conditions. Danny Morrison now with the pitch report.
As ever, Warner is a beautiful place to be. I think about the dimensions and the wind factor. Mid-60s square and mid-70s because we're right in the middle. Now, looking at the surface, even covering a grass, batters love it because it slides on generally at the start of a tournament. The wind is here, it helps the ball disappear. So really, it is always a tough gig for the bowlers.
Thank you so much, Danny. We've got a great team here for the Sky X60. In fact, where's Naomi Cowan? Somewhere on the boundary.
Thanks, Alex. Exciting times. This is our first match of the SkyTech 60. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. I'm standing with Brittany Cooper and Kaisia Knight. Now, we have a bit of a jersey switch happening here. Kaisia is originally from Barbados, but she's playing for TKR. Brittany is originally from Trinidad, playing for the Barbados Royals. And Brittany just celebrated her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
So Brittany, I wanted to understand from you now that we're in this new format, in this new game, but you're representing another team. How does it feel to be connected with the Caribbean sisters today?
You know, it's franchise cricket. You know, sometimes you play against your home territory, and Barbados is right next to Trinidad, so it don't feel as alien to me.
And Kaisia, so of course your sister and yourself are cricketers, but tonight or this morning you're playing for Trinidad. How does it feel being here on the grounds? This is the first match of the entire tournament.
It's a lot of excitement. Today is going to come down to execution. We know each other very well, so we should have some fun on the field.
And we are going to have fun on the field. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, mark the date in your calendar. August 24th, 2022, a historic day, not just for cricket, but specifically women's cricket. Stacey Ann King, former West Indies international. The Sky X60 is cricket's power game.
Yes, it is, and I think it's going to be really good for these players to really just showcase their talent. There's T20 World Cup, both under 19 and T20 in South Africa later, well, next year, early next year. So it's a good opportunity for these players, not just the West Indian players, but also the international players to showcase their talent. But again, really good initiative, really good to see teams, at least 3 teams, but it's a building process. But it will be good to see these girls just go out there and, you know, play free cricket and enjoy themselves.
Stacey Ann King, the watchword is opportunity. What a moment for women's cricket in this region. And on top of that, in this new format, where they'll have to be flexible, how valuable will that be to players of our region?
I think it'll take a lot of thinking. They'll have to be spot on, especially the captains, because first of all, you need your best bowlers bowling against the best batters. After 6 wickets have fell, then that's it for the innings. So therefore, batting responsibilities will have to come in to these players. You know, they'll have to take that opportunity, bat as long as they can, try to get at least those 2 sixes to get another power play. So the first 2 overs are power plays, and they'll have to try, if they get 2 sixes, to unlock another power play. So it's a lot to think about. So captains and vice captains are going to be spot on. Just keep thinking about what is required and hopefully just see their teams over the line.
So many interesting rules and wonderful innovations. That 2 6s in the first 2 overs to unlock the third power play. We're going to see Hayley Matthews out there for the Barbados Royals. She must be licking her chops.
Of course, as well as Chloe Tryon, as she mentioned, South Africa player, really good when it comes to power hitting. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go, if they're going to open with those 2 power hitters, but then there's Brittany Cooper as well to come. So it's going to be interesting to see how they apply themselves and how they set up those 6 wickets. So.
Stacey Ann King, thank you very much. We're ready to roll here, guys. The inaugural Sky X60 Cricket's Power Game. Live action after the break.
It's here.
History in the making here at Warner Park in St. Kitts as we start the Sky X60 tournament. First contest, of course, Knight Riders up against the Barbados Royals. A mouth-watering contest, a historic moment. The inaugural 60 will get on the way. 2 exciting teams, quite a few international players and regional stars. A look at both teams. Of course, for Trinbago Knight Riders, Anisa Mohammed will captain the team in the absence of Deandra Dotting, who had a slight concussion and had to stay back in the UK, but hopefully she will feature later in the tournament. And for the Royals, Hayley Matthews appointed the new West Indies women's captain to lead this Barbados Royals side. Umpires making their way onto the field, and a reminder as to what transpired at the toss. Anisa Mohammed winning the toss for the Trinbago Knight Riders and opted to bowl. Hayley Matthews, number 50, decked in pink. She will open the batting. Chloe Tryon will partner Hayley Matthews. And these are the two important persons out in the middle. The umpires.
Jen,
Carl Tuckett to the left and Jacqueline Williams to the right. And to my left, Murli Kartik to take all of you through this first stint. Your thoughts on the innovations that we will be seeing in this very important Sky X60 tournament.
Morning, Darren. Morning, everyone. Yeah, he rightly said, history in the making. We're all used to a certain format, T20. Teams think a certain way. And now we have to rejig our own thought processes, and so do the teams. Yeah, power plays, limited power plays. You hit a couple of sixes in 1 over, it opens up another power play. Only 6 batters. So a bit more responsibility. How do you approach the power play? How do you approach the entire innings? So it's going to be exciting. "30 deliveries to be bowled from one side." Maybe speeds up a few things.
Of course. I'm sure teams now will complete their quota of overs within the time frame set. Different type of strategy you will have to use as a captain in terms of your bowling changes. The conditions become more important because you want to finish bowling with batters hitting against the wind if you can. There is a strong wind here at Warner Park, coming from the northeasterly direction, blowing across the ground. Importantly, square boundaries pretty even in size. Bernice Boyce will open alongside Hayley Matthews.
Middle, please, Dan. Middle, please. Thank you.
Hails from Trinidad and Tobago. Gets a wonderful opportunity here to enhance her career.
Right arm over Jensen. Tash. Right arm coming over to your striker. Thank you.
And everywhere you're looking for new things to spice up the way we think about the game, isn't it? You don't want it to stagnate. So yeah, a nice innovation. Time will tell how far it goes. A bit of a false start.
Sorry, ladies.
Haley Jansen, new bowler.
So that's it, we are ready. Play, ladies.
Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle, third and deep backward square. First delivery, a little bit of movement, and straight away Hayley Matthews with the positive call, and Bernice Boyce falling short. Success straight away for the Knight Riders. First one down for the Royals.
Yeah, absolutely elated. Oh, the TKR. And don't think there was a run in it. Bernice Boyce had no idea where the ball had gone. Just have a look. The ball's nipped back in. She has no idea, and suddenly she has to run because Hayley Matthews is halfway down the track. And the keeper, wonderful throw and simple work for Hayley Jansen. So already 1 down, the Barbados Royals.
Can I get a leg, please? That's covering. Thank you. Huh? The right arm over here, the 5%. Vanish.
Brittany Cooper, the new batter. Off the mark straight away, Hayley Matthews. By virtue of her pushing for that run that ended in the wicket of Renice Boyce. Got on strike and off the mark.
Yeah, not the most auspicious start for the Barbados Royals in a tournament where you want to come and change things. Tough on Renice Boyce. She had no idea where the ball was. Also, when you make a call, Darren, you're always wondering how good is your partner. Is she capable of making it to the other end? Hayley Matthews maybe could have, because she knew exactly where the ball was. Renice Boyce, no clue.
Coaching-wise, right call to make by Matthews in terms of where the ball went, but I don't think the run was on. Such a wonderful player she is. Known also for her bowling. She's dominated in the women's game across formats. Straight away looking for another run. This could be trouble. Looks as though she gets back in time. But we will have a little bit of a review here. Decision pending.
Exactly what you think about when you think of a new tournament. How do you approach the power play? Do you try and boss it? What goes through your head? We've already seen a couple of yes and no's. High throw, full-fledged dive. Has she made it? Is that bat in the air? Is the third umpire convinced that it's been grounded? Bit of a tough take for the wicketkeeper. Kaisia Knight, but she did well.
She's already in this game big time. Kaisia Knight retrieved the ball and had an accurate throw to Hayley Jensen, which produced the wickets of Renice Boyce. And now the center of this review. Looks as though Hayley Matthews just got in. And we have confirmation. So she survives.
Should be a couple of runs again. A bit of yes and no. Darren, the idea for a new format was to spice up things, to make it interesting. If the first over is something, it already is.
Again, first 5 overs will be bowled from this media center end. And a reminder of the rules of the tournament. Each team bats 60 balls. Remember, only 6 wickets will be available for each team. And any bowler could bowl a maximum of 2 overs. And it's important for us to note what transpires in the power play within the first 2 overs. Of course, that's the power play available to each team. But if you hit 2 sixes within those 2 overs, you get a chance of a third power play. So the second of the 2 overs in the power play, we haven't seen a 6 just yet. That might be at the top of Hayley Matthews' mind. Strike 2 sixes. She gets another power play over. That might be one. That might be one. Yes, it is. A Sky X6, the first of the innings.
Yeah, right in the slot for Hayley Matthews. She's just opened up her arms. Yeah, the first one was a wide. The first ball technically was a wide. The next one right in that slot to play that big shot. Can she find another one?
This 6 was in the slot, allowed Hayley Matthews just to show that elegant swing of hers. And again offside. One bounce into the boundary line. It's 4 important runs, not a 6. But Hayley Matthews in full cry.
Yeah, again, width on offer. Wonderful shot. Intentional, aerial, and unleashing some power here. Hayley Matthews.
Straight to cover. That's a brilliant catch by the TKR captain. Anisa Mohammed pouches this one. And it's a massive wicket of the Barbados Royals captain, Hayley Matthews.
Darren, don't think Janilia, after bowling that delivery, would have been thinking that was going to end up in a wicket. It could have been hit anywhere. It was hit hard. And for a second, and for a nanosecond, it did bobble in Anisa Mohammed's hands. Just checking if Janilia has transgressed the crease. Comfortably inside. So it's a legal delivery, and Hayley Matthews is on her way back. She looked good and should have put that delivery away. Barbados Royals are 15 for 2.
Chloe Tryon, the new batter, replaces her captain, Hayley Matthews. So far things going quite nicely for the Trinbago Knight Riders. 2 quick wickets.
Have to say 2 lucky wickets.
Ball seems to be coming onto the bat nicely. This pitch, always a good one for batting.
Yeah, just look at that. The width on offer. She's just wound herself up to find the boundary, and all she does is find the opposition captain. It's one of the things which bowlers never want. You bowl a half tracker and you hope that it goes into some fielder's hands, and that's exactly what happened.
Quite an eventful over. Hayley Matthews got 1 massive 6 onside and a 4 offside, and then dismissed. Last 2 deliveries, Knight Riders just pulling things back.
Yeah, mind you have to remember that it's only 6 batters. If 6 are dismissed, then you're gone. So they're already 2 down. The new bowler, Geetika Kodali from California.
Captain of the USA under-19 team, Kodali. And that signal confirms the end of the power play overs. 2 overs, of course. Only 1-6 in that phase of the innings, so no third power play. Third power play over. Few elegant looking strokes so far from this Barbados Royals batting.
Yeah, Brittany Cooper has been a silent bystander as a few things have happened around her. Gets to face the first delivery.
Inward movement there for Kadali. Of course, exciting times in this tournament. The Hero bike, Hero title sponsors for the men's CPL, which will commence next week. There is also the Massey Women's CPL. Of course, all in celebration of this, the 10th anniversary of the Caribbean Premier League. What a journey it has been for this wonderful tournament.
You have to say one thing, Darren. This is the second time I'm commentating on the CPL, and every time I've come, I've got some colourful shirts. Courtesy you. You seem to be the designer here.
Another single, another run for the Royals. You're quite observant, Murali Kartik. You seem to bring this sort of colour and flavour to this tournament all the way from India. And then we've made a full circle, because when this tournament started, we wore exactly these shirts. And here again, we're wearing some colourful shirts. Murali Kartik, he's enjoying them.
Yeah, I love these Hawaiian shirts.
Downtown, firm strike. Goes over the top of the fielder in that mid-off position. And it's a valuable boundary for the Royals.
Yeah, it was a very good over from Geetika Kodali. Had a length right, a bit of a charge up and over. Not the best of timing. All you have to do is go over mid-off. 21 for 2 after 3.
Of course, colour goes beyond the playing field. Here at Warner Park, cricket always well supported. Sunilus, new bowler, was really, in recent times, defined herself as a batting all-rounder. Of course, she's quite effective with the ball and her spins.
And not the conventional feel. She started off as a spinner, mid-off up, long on back, and it was a deep extra cover, and now which has been moved to a traditional deep point.
Full toss, but luckily there's protection. Deep backward square. We're talking about Sunilus. She's an important member of this Trinbago Knight Riders team because of her all-round ability. Anisa Mohammed will try to extract a few overs from her, and then we will see her, of course, with the bat.
Shouldn't have been two. Just a bit sluggish from the deep fielder. Interesting again, you see what she's trying to do to Chloe Tryon, whom she knows a lot better. She's got the deep extra cover, which is in fact in between a deep extra cover and long off.
I looked at all of the innovations, and from a West Indian point of view, I think that innovation of gaining an extra power play over by striking 2 sixes will help the women's game here in the Caribbean. Of course, power is so crucial in the shortest format of the game, and it's an opportunity for players to be a little more enterprising early in the innings with the bat. And talking about innovation, the Sky X Mystery fan ball is about to be bowled. Again, a reminder that the fans, they have voted for this delivery to carry that description.
The rules we get is that if you could change.
Also from a bowler's point of view, it's good that it doesn't go into the bowler's analysis. It'll be seen as penalty runs, but doesn't go into the bowler's analysis. Otherwise the bowler doesn't know. You don't want to be the one who's got those fives or whatever number of runs in your analysis, so it's just good.
How lucky of you.
Brittany Cooper on strike. What will she do with this delivery? She has to be thinking boundary. Will it be a maximum? Or is she looking more at the gaps to hit it along the ground to get 4?
Yeah, they did toy with the field. They thought of pushing mid-off back and then realized that everybody's going to try and hack it or try and go onside.
Well, we've been setting things up for this fan ball. This signal indicates that it will not be the mystery ball. It remains a mystery. Swept beautifully in the gap. Couple more runs added. Murali Kartik looking at this tournament, looking at this contest, what's a good total for the Barbados Royals to be looking at as a target?
I think the situation they are in, they'd be happy to get to 80. 24 balls gone already. They are 28 for 2.
The mystery fan ball, of course, fans will vote for this delivery where a batter can be dismissed by the bowler, but the runs scored off the free hit, as Murali Kartik indicated, will not go against the bowler or the batter as well. So opportunity for added runs for a batting team. Also great fan engagement. Fans having an input in the game that is unfolding.
Yeah, it's a mystery element. The batter doesn't know, the bowler doesn't know, no teams know, and suddenly it will be unfolded.
Easy, Gwen, easy. The ball like this.
Bowled well in her first over, Geetika Kodali, except for the last ball. Again, there's nothing wrong which she did. She saw the batter coming down the track, dragged the length back, but good shot from Chloe Tryon. So the captain continuing with her.
Change in the field. Thirds come into the 30-yard circle. Now there is a long off. Would have been a wide. Chased by Tryon outside the off stump. Dot delivery, so objective achieved. by Anisa Mohammed and the Trinbago Knight Riders. Long chase for that fielder in the deep mid-wicket region. She will not get there. Another boundary for the Barbados Royals.
Yeah, this is literally playing with the bowler's mind. You just look at what she has done. The first one was short. It could have been put away. It went straight into the hands of the short third, and then it forced her to bowl at the stumps, and there was no fielder there.
Well, the mystery has been solved. This is now the Sky X mystery fan ball. Remember, the fans would have voted on the CPL chat app. Bowler or batter would not have known this. And it's the first of the tournament, of the innings. What will the result be? No runs. Very well done to the bowler.
Yeah, good stuff from Geetika, the youngster, keeping her nerves, just dragging it short, slowing it down. And as a batter, you know you have to go full tilt at it, and she missed it completely.
Might be looking for two. They get it comfortably in the end. Of course, the Knight Riders will benefit from this type of delivery as well. That's the Sky X mystery fan ball. Edge. And edge sufficiently enough to beat the wicketkeeper. Get another couple runs. Now the end of 30 balls. Remember, 30 balls from one end, coming from the media center end, and now we'll have a switch to the Lozak Road end. It's 37 for 2.
Nothing to be done about it.
.37 for 2, gorgeous conditions here at Warner, and it is an absolute delight and treat to be back in this part of the world. The Sky X 60. At 60 deliveries split from two ends. Now I think we're going to have the skipper. Yes, Anisha Muhammad, who was here for Dotton, who's had the concussion. Deandra Dotton, a couple of issues and can't quite fly, but I believe she's landing today, so I'm hoping that is the case. That's handsome. Oh, they've already had a run out, and it could have had another one here. But, no danger done, and Stacey King alongside. Hello, dear woman. How are you?
Hi, Danny. Hello to all our viewers. Deandra Dotton is on her way, but her team is in a very good position at present. 2 wickets fallen for Barbados Royals. Hayley Matthews.
Stacked offside. Oh, look, the old French cut'll do. And another one to the total. It's just over halfway through in terms of deliveries for the 60. So we've had 32, and that Run rate just ticking along. Hard to know what a good score is here. Given this new exciting shortened format.
Yeah, I think teams generally might just try to get closer to that 100 mark, just get over 100. After all, it's 60, so it's only 60 balls. So if you can double that.
Only 6 wickets.
And they've already lost 2.
Strong. Field set accordingly. I think about the breeze. It's always a factor here at Warner Park and St Kitts and Nevis. Mentioned it is this new format, and the judgment of it, and hence I think both captains they definitely wanted to bowl first, didn't they?
Yeah, just the bit of rain that there was earlier. So of course, as a captain, you'd want to bowl first just to extract whatever moisture that there will be there.
Lovely inside out with the wrist work, and it's gone all the way. Here's another Sky X maximum. Oh, beautiful timing from Tyon.
Yeah, and that's what she will do, Chloe Tryon. She's a power hitter. She will advance, and once she makes good connection, it will go for maximums.
Yeah, 36 balls done, 48 for 2, and that is stunning. Oof.
Yeah, she's one of those players that has worked really hard on her game, Chloe Tryon. She's suffered with a lot of injuries, ankle and back injuries previously. She's now back into international cricket and one of South Africa's main players.
Right on cue, Stacey King. It's giving herself a little room, isn't it? It's lovely, and she's got leg side of the ball and those good wrists of hers.
Yeah, she's a really good striker down the ground. That's Kanisha Isaac done the feeling. 50 up for Royals.
Oh, have some of this. Oh, it didn't go all the way into the wind. I thought it really was going to go for 6. Oh, what a save.
Yeah, that's Kaishona Knight. A very good fielding effort, because of course the sun is out as well, so she's looking directly into the sun. It's a good effort. Made a bit of mileage in the air just to get it back in and save the boundary.
Just confirming, umpire Williams. Is it? So we've had 30 balls from our media end, and now the other 30 from the city end. Of course, that is going to favour the batters even more because they're hitting with the breeze. The angle it comes from the northeast here predominantly and comes zipping through the gap there, which I did notice, Stacey King. The swimming pool, they've included the swimming pool back here at Warner, so we'll bring the bathers tomorrow. And reload that? No. I must admit, I have always enjoyed the vitamin D factor and the swimming in this part of the world. And again, up and over. Beats that stacked offside cordon in the covers.
And it's interesting to see Sunil Loose bowling at Commonwealth Games earlier. And this year she didn't feature any bowling. Her fingers were heavily strapped.
Again, wonderful technique, timing and power all thrown into the mix. 58. 42 deliveries have been bowled now.
Again, well played from Chloe Tryon. Again, 2 South African players, Captain Sinalis.
As you mentioned, Stacey King, evolving her game, and dominant and getting inside out. The SkyX cash drop. This is another little innovation. Fans have the chance to win $500. Just show off your passion and enjoyment off the field, and you could be in to win big. As ever in the Caribbean, you've got to get amongst it. Certainly the weather for it. It's early 30s in terms of Celsius. It's about 32, 33 today. Glasgow. Not Scottish. Which island, please enlighten me?
Yeah, she's from St. Vincent, Janilla Glasgow.
You're saying Glasgow. That's good. I was saying Glasgow. I'm naughty. Very naughty already. Have to reload this one. It's always about fan activation. The pool. No fins in there, maybe. Oh, can't wait. Oh, lucky didn't get all of it here, Tehran. Tryon's done well in terms of not getting all of it.
Yeah, Leanne Kirby, the fielder. And a good ball from Janilla Glasgow, just trying to get into that Yorker length area.
Oh yeah, fetch this one. It has disappeared into next week. Holy schmoly. SkyX 6 and some.
Yeah, what a way to bring up that 50 partnership as well. This is what she will do, Chloe Tryon. Just holds the position. As you said, Danny, you don't catch those, you fetch those. 86 meters 6.
Yeah, the power game now that is in both male and female. We're going about the technology with the bats and what have you, but still, I think it's fair to say that both sexes have got fitter, stronger, quicker, you name it, in the 21st century. The Bayesian flag is thoroughly delighted, understandably so. Yeah, the old SkyX cash drop, as I say, show your passion, your colours. I know it is a Wednesday. Of course, crowd will be coming out more towards in the evenings and also on the weekend. This woman, Chloe Tryon, strike rate of 139. Tryon, poof. Tryon teeing off. This is Cooper, who's tried some innovation. Just the buys, and it's back to Tryon.
Yeah, she doesn't really have to do very much. I think it's a good option to get a single and get Chloe on strike. She's practically doing all the damage.
Yeah, cross-batted slap will do the job, nice and straight. And with 8 sixes, 48. We've had 48 balls at 73 for 2.
She's now scored 47 off just 25 balls. And Chloe Tryon just swatted this one down for 4. Once she gets room, that's what she will do.
Yeah, just touching base again with the Tryon in terms of that strike rate of T20 internationals of almost 140. It's the second highest after India's Shefali Verma, who's got a strike rate of just over 140. So this is the other beauty of 60, that you can batsman who's going can really keep going, hold on to the strike. On 47, and she'll carve this over cover for 50. Brings it up nicely, does Chloe Triron.
Just raising her bat to acknowledge her teammates and the crowd, but showing absolutely no respect for TKR's captain, Anisa Mohammed.
Changing approach, right arm round.
First 50 as well in the 60 competition.
Big, big, and bigger. Sky X6 again from Chloe Trion.
And she's all smiles. She's enjoying this innings. She's a power-packed hitter. Sunalus didn't have a choice, didn't have a chance on the boundary.
This has gone further and sweeter. Lozak Road and you fans and family out there, mind out Sky X Maximum.
This is amazing from Chloe Trion. She's enjoying this. See ball, a hit ball. Amazing stuff. 84 meter 6. Once again from Chloe Trion.
Yeah, new balls please, so often the case here at Warner Park. And I've also just been enlightened that Chloe Trion took 97 international sixes. Throw in the mix here today. And this woman's in a hurry. No, naughty. Skipper Anisa Mohammed, yeah, just a little bit worried about that zone, going for a hat-trick of sixes. 2 in a row, but there's the wide served up. What has she got now? And she's got length again, but taken. Very, very good catch. Suna Lewis, well done. That is a smart catch in the deep.
And you can sense that something had to give. Either Chloe Trion gets Anisa Mohammed or Anisa Mohammed gets Chloe Trion. You can see previous deliveries just trying to bowl further outside the off stump, which meant that Chloe Trion had to try and manipulate a bit more to get that ball to leg side. In the end, she falls for 63 of 29 balls. Royals 90 for 3.
Oh, could this be another one? No, but fans getting used to all these intricacies. Oh, run it, is it another one? Oh, it is. I was just about to say you only get 6 wickets. This is the 4th one down now, and it's the 2nd run out, is it? Oh, no.
And that's a big loss as well for the Royals. Kaishona Knight with a very good throw from the boundary. Anisa Mohammed takes and well out Chanel Henry, even though there was a dive. And she goes without scoring. 91 for 4.
Nice little bit of manipulation here from Cooper. Yeah, those long legs going. And Elaine has come out, so be very mindful. 54 balls have been bowled, 93 for 4 the Royals. A couple of wickets to go in this over.
Yeah, this was run out 2 balls ago. Definitely a good throw from Kaishona Knight, sorry.
They had a few clouds and the odd squall come over. Had the covers after did a pitch report, and then the sun's come back out. Yeah, Hayley Jensen, she's just had the 4 runs taken off 6 deliveries. So we're into this last set of 6 deliveries in the 60. On the City end. Yeah, looking, I think looking full, looking Yorker. Oh no, it's a big call. This is gutsy. Lucky the throw wasn't dead eye straight and over the stump, so they do survive.
And you can see the intent from Aliyah Allen to get Brittany Cooper on strike. It's good running between this pair. Took on the arms of Anisa Mohammed.
Beautiful, don't bother running, even though it's a decent sized boundary here on the first day of the 60, because we're smack right in the middle of the square. That is exquisite.
And Cooper has been there for some time, hence the reason trying to get her on strike, because she plays these kinds of shots. Perfect.
Yeah, wasn't it? Tall and elegant. They'll take the run. As you say, Stacey, you want your players that are on a roll in this type of format, this new platform, if you like. You've got the 100 there in the UK, and now you've got the 100 up here for the Royals, and now we've got the 60 happening in the West Indies. It's all go. Elaine, this is her first one. Just the 3 deliveries left. They have breached the 3 figures of the Royals. And Jensen looking Yorker, yeah, very good. Good delivery. And they will pick up a brace. So we've got, yeah, just a couple to go. 102.
Allen will be thinking about where can she find a boundary. Well, she just did. A poorly lined delivery from Hayley Jensen.
Yep, not a great delivery, and down in front of the Carib cheerleaders. Speaking of the Royals, a lot of fun down there. A few of the fans and the music and the DJ near the pool. Last delivery. Oh, nasty little bounce. Just was shy, and they get too comfortably with a little bit of a misfield, understandably. So yeah, good running. And nice little cameo, well, holding it together a bit with Cooper because of a couple of wickets falling and allowing the Barbados Royals to get up to 108 for 4, and I think that's competitive. I think hard to gauge and know what is a good score given this new format and the first showing of it. So now we'll get to see how TKR respond and how they go about things, because they lost the 4 wickets. They lost 2 very early, didn't they, the Royals, and they've recovered rather nicely.
Yeah, they did. They lost Rennie's Boyce run out in the second ball of the innings, and then they lost Hayley Matthews in 1.4 overs. So a good recovery from Barbados Royals.
Well, I think Nisha Mohammed should be quite happy, given it is a very good surface. It always pretty much is here at Warner. You mentioned that run out, and you've got Cooper ending up being not out. Didn't have a heck of a lot of the strike because Tryon just smashed it. 63 from 29, outstanding.
Yeah, it was. They did well to get to 104. Haley Jensen, no wickets for her today. Janila Glasgow picked up 1, but was a bit expensive. And Anisa Mohammed, captain for TKR, picked up 1 for 31.
Right, it's time to go sideline and catch up with Naomi Cowan.
Thanks, Danny. I'm here with Haley Jensen of the Trinbago Knight Riders. Haley, you bowled the opening over. That really set the tone for the match. How did you feel?
Yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking there. I couldn't figure out my run-up because the tape measure is in feet, not meters. So it was a little bit hectic, but a really good start for us, and hopefully we can do a job with the bat.
Absolutely. And the SkyTech 60, I mean, we have so many exciting new innovations and rules and features. What are your thoughts so far in your first match experiencing the new innovations?
Yeah, it's awesome. As we saw out there, Chloe Tryon, man, she can hit a ball. So there was loads of sixes. It was a little bit difficult to understand with the free hit and whatnot, but yeah, I'm sure as the tournament goes on, it'll get better.
It will, and it will get more fun as well. The Royals closed off their innings with 108. Do you think that's a chaseable target?
Yeah, it looked like a good pitch out there, so hopefully our batters can do the job.
Well, thank you so much, Haley.
Thank you, thank you.
Kiwi lass out in this part of the world. Speaking to Haley at breakfast yesterday, and she resides in Canberra in Australia. Rightio, the Knight Riders, they need 109 from their 60 deliveries. Let's see if they can do it. SkyTech 60. This new format. This is match one of the women's series. Knight Riders up against the Royals here at Warner Park in St Kitts and Nevis. So I keep saying it. Wow, it's been 10 years of saying it. We love this glorious part of the world. Very blessed to be back here with some very good conditions, pitch and overhead. And start of the first innings, Chloe Tryon got a few, didn't she, Stacey King?
Yeah, she did. She was brilliant today for Royals. Scored 63 of 29 balls, but she scored all around the park. This is what she'll bring. She'll bring power, she'll bring experience, and later on she'll bring some bowling. But for now, it was all about her batting. It was all about her six hitting.
Yeah, and I think they'll be quite pleased with getting 108. So 109 required. I think you were saying perhaps in the latter part of the 60 balls, they thought 100 would be good.
And there was some brilliant fielding as well from TKR. Kaishona Knight featured in at least 2 runouts. And she's really one of those boundary fielders. And it's also good that you know who are those players to put out there as well.
Yeah, hot spots. My masquerade dances takes me back to 2015 on a fabulous Friday night, cutting loose here at this very venue. And yeah, I've had some fun over the years in St Kitts and Nevis. And that's gutsy. That really is. The chaps on stilts, given the breeze that's starting to pick up a little bit more. It's danger money for sure. Dream 11 top player, no surprises, just showed you Chloe Tryon. Not surprised with that wonderful innings is at the top of the tree so far. Nisha Muhammad, Glasgow, Cooper and Matthews make out the top 5 of it. But Tryon, well, streets ahead so far. Umps, yeah, it's busy. They're ready to rock and roll and saying to players, let's get out here. It's enough dancing and grooving in the aisles. It's time to get in the thick of it with ball in hand and blade in hand. So TKR trying to track down 109 for victory here in this opening match. As the huddle and get together and just get the vibe happening before they go out and try and defend their 108. That's what they're looking for, the Royals.
Good morning, everyone. The Sky X60, the inaugural one here in St Kitts and Nevis. It's day 1 and this is match 1. Trinbago Knight Riders won the toss, sent in the Royals. They managed 108, so 109 to win this first match. Ailey Matthews there marshalling the troops. And the atmosphere really building here at Warner Park. We can hear the drums. The DJ, he's in position. And there are the Carib girls. Well, is it a party without the Carib girls? I think not. Ian Bishop.
Hello, Alex. Hello, everyone. Yeah, new format, new tournament, new atmosphere. But more than that, for me, is the opportunity to see a number of the regional young ladies, the Hayley Matthews and Anissa Mohammeds. We've known a lot. Kaisia Knight, Kaishona Knight, all of those we've known before, but it'll just allow opportunity for new faces. Kaisia Knight, of course, has been around the international scene for a while. They need some boundary hitting in these first 2 overs of power play. That's going to be critical.
Shanika Bruce opening the bowling. And interesting, of course, to see Natasha McLean and Kaisia Knight opening. Remember, Deandra Dottin on her way to the Caribbean. Very interesting to watch the beginning of the match, Ian Bishop. We saw a run-out first ball in the Royals innings, and just got a sense that they didn't know how to start this new format, how quickly to get going.
I'll look at the field and I'll say, look, two fielders outside of that inner circle are at long off and deep extra cover. For Kaisia Knight, who the times I've seen her play strong leg side, if she hits it anywhere past that inner ring leg side, she'll get value for shots.
So said, so done. Ian Bishop with his magic ball again. That's a well struck four.
Yeah, it's an easy ball because I mentioned where the two fielders are. So what Bruce should be trying to do is to take the ball towards the off stump. She missed a line, she missed a length, and this is too easy. But this is a type of boundary hitting you need from your opening pair with the restrictions, the 2 overs of power play. If you can get a couple of sixes, the boundaries are generous.
There she is going after it. It is the Sky X6. I remind you, if you're just joining us, 2 sixes and the 2 first overs will unlock a 3rd power play for the Trinbago Knight Riders.
Terrific shot. We'll talk a little bit about hitting that side later, where you want your batters to be forced to hit into the wind at the back end of the innings. But again, this is too easy. And I saw Hayley Matthews saying to the bowler, you need to take the line towards the off stump. Let your error ball be outside the off stump rather than leg stump.
Like there.
Yeah, even though that was wide, at least there's a protection in Shakira Selman, who's sweeping on that offside boundary. Now for McLean, the field will be, Alex, a deep backwards square and a deep mid-wicket. So the in-swinger on the breeze, she'll have to bowl perhaps into the pitch and in towards middle and off.
Let's see how that crystal ball's working.
No, well, that's what she should be doing. She can't give room outside the off stump because there's no fielder beyond the inner ring offside.
Go! 12 without loss.
Natasha McLean she can strike the ball. The one challenge that she's had is like so many West Indian players, male and female, rotating strike. So what you want to try to do is maximize the power play as a batting unit chasing this 108, but you also want to minimize the dot ball. 6s and 4s, fantastic. Rotation of strike will help, whether it's 1s or 2s.
Kiana Joseph, the new bowler. Just a single off that. You don't imagine that Natasha McLean would have expected to open today. They did expect Deandra Dottin back for the start of this first match, so she'll be feeling her way in. And a good total. Before we started this match, Ian Bishop, I asked Stacey Ann King what she thought would be a good total for the 60. And she said as close to 100 as possible. So 108 is a result for the Barbados Royals.
Agreed. Yeah, I heard Stacey say that because a lot of people in the media centre were wondering what a good total was. So they've perhaps gotten a little bit over par, and we can trust Stacey's information.
Nice touch. Good player, Kaisia Knight. She scored 62 not out last month in Barbados' victory against Pakistan in the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Historic tournament for the women's game, and here's another one, opening the Sky X60. Yeah, the second six will be on her mind. Remember, 2 sixes in the first 2 overs. She can unlock a third power play. They're going to need it. They need 109 runs. Kiana Joseph from St. Lucia, home of Darren Sammy. Absolutely clean bowled. St. Lucian power. And they've got their first wicket, the Barbados Royals.
Good result, bowled straight. Tasha McLean trying to hit it towards those short boundaries, straight down the ground, very prominent here at Warner Park. McLean goes for 114 for 1.
Elise, the new batter. End of the over, Knight Riders 14 for 1.
Good wicket to get. Brave bowling. Getting it right up there. And maybe Natasha McLean will say, had I gone straighter down the ground rather than maybe towards long on, there might have been a chance of better contact. And that's a good wicket with the pressure on.
End of the power play. No third power play unleashed, really. They needed 2 sixes. Fatima Sana, the new bowler. ICC Emerging Player of the Year. She won't like that start, the Pakistan international.
Yeah, one of the things that Fatima Sana will have to take into consideration is a strong wind that comes across her shoulder from left to right as she runs in. We saw it in the first innings, how significantly it can push the ball from leg to off against a left-handed batter, or from off to leg against a right-handed batter. So now she's had a little feel of that with the left-hander on strike now. You'd expect her to line it up with a deep square and a deep mid-wicket, a third, deep third, and sweeper offside.
Oh, beautifully struck down the ground. Will it go all the way? No, 1 bounce 4 for Kaisia Knight.
Good use of the feet. Kaisia Knight is such an experienced player as well, and a few half centuries at international level. Good striker of the ball. Open leg side, which means if it's not a boundary ball, you can still get a single easily if it's a straight line.
Got away with that one, but a good response from the 20-year-old.
for Fatima. You know, so often we've watched Pakistan's women's team, and Diana Baig has been the one that we've looked at with a medium-paced outswing and excellent fielding. Good to see Fatima, who's 20 years old. Her best figures of 3 for 27 were against South Africa in 2019. She got Suni loose in that match.
Really steamy morning here in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's been very hot, very dry. We did have a little shower this morning before the start of this first match. Almost felt like we needed it. That's beautifully placed. Might not get to the boundary, no. Collected, but they'll get... Oh, we're thinking of going for the third. Settled for 2.
It's a lovely touch shot, though. So we talk a lot about power. But if you can identify where the gaps are in the field, with only 4 fielders allowed outside of the circle, and you can do your little scoops, your little deflections to supplement your power, it's excellent.
Ian Bishop, you think the bowlers are going to be reveling this bowling 5 from one end?
Well, strategically, right? And let me come back to it in the next over. This is the last ball. Take into consideration the wind and strategically use your bowlers. I'll come back to that next over.
Again into space. Just the single. After 3 overs, the Knight Riders 25 for 1.
Yeah, what I would say, it's an excellent question, Alex. So as we look at Warner Park and the wind coming off the scoreboard strong, you saw Anisa Mohammed bowl from the Lozak Road end, asking Chloe Tryon to hit into the wind. What Chloe was able to do was to hit powerfully into the wind, but also to hit inside out with the wind. That's something that Hayley Matthews will have to use this strong wind to her advantage with her off spin. Shakira Selman will come on to bowl at some point, so you want to pick the correct bowlers to bowl from this media centre end and then from that Lozak Road end, considering the wind today. Now, if we move to another pitch later in the tournament with the shorter side with the wind, that's an additional piece of knowledge and tactic that will come into play.
Yeah, there is a consistent wind here at Warner Park. Fairly strong, although didn't seem to bother Chloe Tryon in that first innings.
Chloe's a good striker of the ball. We've known that for years. She had a good series against England last July, a couple of half centuries. Really powerful striker.
Very nice, up and over.
Alex, one of the things that I love about this tournament is that we've got some young players who will be rubbing shoulders, not only with Hayley and Deandra Dottin, and a little injury here. Oh, that hand is heavily strapped on the wrist. Sometimes you see that with a lot of batters who've suffered some wear and tear in those ligaments around that wrist area from overuse. Hopefully, it looks a lot of pain. Hopefully she'll be all right because she's batting well.
Let's have a look at what happened. She lofted it into the offside, but seems to have done something to her wrist, maybe her hand. Don't like to see that. It might be some more bad news here for the Trinbago Knight Riders. It is strapped up, so could be something recurring. Just getting some treatment. It is a very special day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Sky X60. It's cricket's power game, brand new format. It will be 5 days of action here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And the women starting us off, Knight Riders versus Royals. We've got 3 matches today. So you don't move a muscle, get yourself something to eat and drink and settle in.
Yeah, the Knight Riders play again later, so they'll be hoping Kaisia Knight is not too badly incapacitated by the pain that she's feeling at the moment. I think Kaisia Knight will be heading off. Sunny Luce just signaled to another batter to come in. Unfortunate for Kaisia Knight.
And certainly unfortunate for the Trinbago Knight Riders. That's the second bit of bad luck. They expected to have their captain Deandra Dott in here, and now they've lost an informed batter, Kaisia. But one thing the pandemic period has taught us, Ian Bishop, is that through difficulty, it creates a lot of opportunity. So opportunity now for this new batter to make an impact.
Kaishona Knight, twin sister of Kaisia.
I'm hearing you good.
She'll be hoping to take up where her twin sister left off. Very little margin for error. Little things like that last delivery that will develop, little things like reverse sweeps. Only 4 fielders allowed outside the inner ring.
How about flat and straight?
Yeah, that's okay. I think captains who are on to it and they know the strengths and hitting areas of different players. So if, let's say, the regional players can look and develop little paddle strokes to align with their power. Sunny Luce is obviously an international player, though that's the way I think the game is heading. Not just power hitting, but little deflections as well.
Kaishona Knight on strike. The twin sister of Kaisia Knight, the first pair of twins to represent the West Indies. Very little to distinguish between them, both left-handers. Actually, the only difference between Kaishona and Kaisia is that Kaishona loves seafood and Kaisia doesn't. 28 for 1. Okay. Now, remember to go to the CPL chat app before each match and get involved in the game. The Sky X Mystery Fan Ball. You vote for a mystery free hit. The batter cannot be dismissed by the bowler, and of course it will be a mystery when that ball will be bowled. Massive innovation in this Sky X60. Barbados Royals supporters. Shakira Selman will be into the attack. And you can see the crowds just drifting in here. It is hot morning in St. Kitts, Basse-Terre, the capital city. Oh, fine. Collected. End of this over will be the halfway point, chasing a big total, the Trinbago Knight Riders.
Yeah, so they need to get a move on, and Shakira Selman won't make that any easier. She's very experienced now at age 32. She's had her injury issues. We talk about Kaisia Knight leaving the field. Over the years, staying healthy and staying on the park has been a challenge for Shakira. And usually she can swing the ball back into the left-hander, but the wind doesn't facilitate that right now.
Some delicate hands from Kaishona. What you were talking about, Ian Bishop, about some run accumulation, even on a format like the 60. Dot balls, of course, are the enemy.
TKR need at least a boundary and over, though. They need to start getting the motor revving up. Matthews will probably bowl from the other end if she bowls at all today with her off spin.
Shakira Selman keeping Kaishona Knight quiet here. Cricket fans across the West Indies will have heard Shakira Selman on commentary. Right now she's back on the park for the Barbados Royals. End of the over. Knight Riders 33 for 1.
.76 from 30 required, and that's a sign for the exciting new innovation, Sky X fan ball. Again, fans would have voted for this delivery 8 hours prior to the start of this game. You can join in, go to the CPL chat app and influence that delivery. Yep, unique signal as well from the umpire. You will want to capitalize on this delivery. It's a free hit. A little bit behind where they'd want to be in this run chase, the Trinbago Knight Riders. And they get a boundary. Short delivery. The gap was found. And that's a good outcome if you're a Knight Riders fan.
It's a good shot from Kaishona Knight. And pulled into the leg side. And picks out that gap perfectly.
Afi Fletcher, the right-arm wrist spinner, with an important role for the Barbados Royals. Stacey Ann King, in this the shortest format of the game. How crucial is a bowler like Afi Fletcher?
One thing we've seen is having leg break bowlers. It has been a challenge for West Indian batters. And so likewise, it's about the same thing against with the women at present. But a bit of familiarity for Kaishona Knight as well, because Afi Fletcher does play within that West Indies team. So just a bit of familiarity, but they'll still have to maneuver and find ways to score off her.
Yeah, pace off the ball, always difficult for you to find power to generate that big strike. Trinbago Knight Riders, they need a big over or a big few deliveries. Nice use of the feet. The one thing that I saw in that innings from the Barbados Royals was that proficiency to strike boundaries. 8 4s, 5 6s. That partnership between Brittany Cooper and Tryon. 75 really powered the Royals to not score, which to me was an above par score in this first game.
Maybe
36 balls being used up already by this Knight Riders team. Top players in this game so far, the Dream 11. Top players. That's after 5 overs of this second innings. Tryon at the top with over 100 points.
I think what's different is the amount of boundaries in which she scored, Chloe Tryon. And TKR needs someone to just up the ante a bit.
Kaisia Knight accounted for the 3 boundaries in the innings so far for the Knight Riders. She's off the field. Had an issue with her forearm. Someone has to take responsibility to get more boundaries. This is a firm strike. An excellent fielding out in that long on position. A bit of teamwork prevents the boundary.
And Chanel Henry, one of the players involved, and Brittany Cooper, definitely saved a boundary, and Kaishona Knight really tried.
That's a wicket. Going across the line, making no contact. The captain of the Barbados Royals doing the business with the ball.
It just seems to be a faster delivery as well. But that's 2 down for TKR. Mind if they lose 6 wickets, that's the end of their innings. They made an initial movement to the offside just to access the leg, but missed it completely. Captain Haley Matthews gets the reward. She gets that second wicket. Kaishona Knight has to go for 7, 44 for 2. Kids getting a bit of face painting.
Always a special part of the spectator experience during this tournament. That last wicket, you can understand what Kaishona Knight was trying to do. She was trying to hit with the wind to the leg side. Haley Matthews smart enough to bowl flatter with a little more pace, so if she misses, she's in business. Much needed runs here for the Trinbago Knight Riders.
Yeah, they need to find boundaries. And just came off her glove. Haley Jensen. Pretty good over so far from Haley Matthews.
much slower from Hayley Matthews, and she outfoxes Sunelus, who is attempting the big shot down the ground, just didn't get the pace on the ball. We spoke about taking pace off as a spinner. Evidence of that working to good effect for the Barbados Royals.
It almost looked like it came off the shoulder of her bat as well. So totally misjudged, mistimed. Sunelus, she goes for 9, 47 for 3.
Long appeal. Maybe a little too much turn from Hayley Matthews with her off spin.
And maybe as well as a bit of inexperience as well. She's just 18 years of age, USA under 19 captain.
Captain Hayley Matthews making a big impact with the ball, 2 wickets to her. A look at the activities available on the periphery off the field. Might see Danny Morrison there later in the tournament. Might even be dressed like this. Such a colourful character he is. Henry, who's time with the ball. So quite a few options for Barbados Royals, always very handy for you to have as a captain. Hayley Matthews will feel that she has an advantage with the versatility of her players. Lofted shot just going over point. Again, evidence of the difficulty in scoring boundaries by the Trinbago Knight Riders. They're stuttering at the moment. Now getting to 50 for 3.
It's been 32 balls since their last boundary.
Pace off into the pitch. Barbados Royals wouldn't mind the single on offer. Most of the fielders within the 30-yard circle on the line. They're thinking about protecting the boundary. Of course, it's the first game of this SkyX 60. Trinbago Knight Riders will have back-to-back games today. They take on the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Following this, the first match. Slapped down the ground.
Good feeling from Shakira Salmon. But again, just the hunt on for boundaries. It's a good over so far from Chanel Henry. Just 7 runs from it.
Outside the line of the off stump. Poses a difficult challenge to score runs, a dot delivery. And we will see a new bowler, so more pressure added on this Knight Riders team. really need someone to step in and play the type of innings we saw from Chloe Tryon. 63 from 29, 5 4s and 4 6s. A look at the fixtures for the women's SkyX 60. Knight Riders within an hour will take on the Warriors. And then the Royals again will feature against the Warriors. All happening on day one. All three teams playing twice on day one. Chance for Chloe Tryon with the ball. She's already impressed with the bat.
She's one of those players that previously bowled medium pace, left arm medium, but due to injuries opted to just use the option of bowling left arm spin. It has worked for her.
Sounded nice. And Shakira Selman, I beg your pardon, Chanel Henry didn't have the legs to get around in time. That's 4 more.
It's a good strike from Kudali. Hit straight down the ground behind the bowler as well. It's a good placement.
Nice hand. Terrific piece of fielding. Brittany Cooper diving, saving her team a few runs.
Yeah, diving to her left as a right-hander as well. Good work. From a TKR perspective, we haven't just seen Leanne Kirby or Shanita Grimmon. Those are 2 power hitters. So I think from a TKR perspective, they may just think about where do they put players to bat. That's a big strike. From Haley Jensen, a SkyX 6.
Yeah, it's not easy to get power when you're hitting through the offside. It requires a lot of skill to do this. Just hitting under the ball, getting it up and over through that cover region and wide of the long on fielder. Beat long on, you beat long off. You get good returns for your stroke. Another fine effort behind point. Captain Hayley Matthews showing her all-round skills. She made a quick fire, 14 from 9. She's already picked up 2 wickets, and here she is in the field saving runs. Very dynamic player. That struck firmly, but 1 bounce to the fielder in long off. Just aiming straight. Not a bad option as a batter here at Warner Park.
From a Barbados Royals perspective, they've got all those hitting areas covered. They've got fielders to protect those boundaries.
That's innovative. That's really good. Using pace, being aware as to where the fielders are, and getting 4.
It did seem like she just threw off the bowler, threw off Alia Allen with the movement. Haley Jensen. Just look at her movement. Just to open up that leg side.
Something that they will have to do better and a more off in the second game. Might just be another boundary, yep. Welcome runs. They need it, the Knight Riders.
Yeah, I just think that it's coming a bit too late for them. 10 runs already from this over. Still 2 balls to go, but 78 for 3.
Knight Riders a little too late in the acceleration we've seen in the innings with the bat. Needed to step on the gas from earlier. Too few deliveries remaining in the innings.
I think it was a changing point when Kaisia Knight would have had to retire hurt, because she was pretty much going at a runner ball or just over a runner ball.
Well, that's the final delivery of the match, the first match in the Sky X 60. Barbados, they take a win, and that's a big win, an impressive one. They win by 28 runs against the Trinbago Knight Riders, and Hayley Matthews will feel very pleased with the all-round effort of her team.
The inaugural match, inaugural tournament, and what a win for her, Hayley Matthews, and her Barbados Royals. And they've set the tone for this tournament. And they've scored over 100 runs. And Chloe Tryon has stood out with her 60-plus runs. And TKR, well, they've got another game against Guyana Amazon Warriors. So there are areas that they will want to work on. They will need to correct some areas, especially that run chase.
Their boundary hitting ability is something that the Knight Riders will reflect on and try to do better at in their next game against the Warriors. Hayley Matthews already showing how versatile her team is with the ball. Many options for her. And she did set the tone to the innings, opening the batting. Had a 4 and a 6 in quick time. So trying to capitalize on the power play overs. That's another area that both teams will want to improve. Barbados Royals just scored 15 and lost 2 wickets. And on the other hand, the Trinbago Knight Riders scored 14 and lost 1 wicket. So a historic first match. The Trinbago Knight Riders in pursuit of 109 only managed 80 from 3. Kaisia Knight had to retire. She was looking very good at the crease. 21 from 12 and then retired, and they struggled to get that tempo to the innings. Jensen with 22 from 12. Kodali had a few powerful strikes in the end.
Hayley Matthews standing out as captain with 2 wickets for just 6 runs. And Kiana Joseph picked up 1 for 5, but it was a good bowling effort from Barbados Royals.
So as we look at the first match, this is how it panned out. A win for Barbados Royals, the Trinbago Knight Riders, with quite a bit of work to do to get success in this wonderful tournament. Royals winning by 28 runs. Let's now join Naomi Cowan.
Historic first match for the 60. The women's have started the whole energy of the 60, the SkyTech 60. Chloe Tryon, Anissa Mohammed from Trinbago Knight Riders and Barbados Royals. Beautiful innings today, Chloe.
Yeah, it was good to get some runs in the wicket. The wicket looks really good, but I'm excited that we won, and excited for the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely. And Anissa, in your role as captain, how did you prepare the team for such an innovative new format?
Yeah, I think the girls, just wanted to come out here and have fun. It's a new format. We don't know what to expect. So it's a learning experience for all of us. So hopefully we'll be able to take what we learned from this game into the next.
And we have a few more matches today. So Chloe, what will you take with you to the subsequent matches?
Hopefully stay a little bit longer with the bat. But yeah, especially with the lines and lengths we need to be bowling. I still feel we could have did that a little bit better. But yeah, just a couple of things we could have worked on there. So yeah, I'm excited for the later game.
And Anissa, how do you hope to lead the team since we have such short breaks in between? What are some of your pieces of advice to your teammates for today?
I think one of the areas we can improve on is the way we bowl, especially the way we bowl to Chloe. We are going to come up against Atapatu, who is similar to her. So I think it's going to be where we bowl to her and how we adjust to how we bowl to different bowlers. Batting, I must give credit to our batters. I thought they batted really well. They got to a decent total. I think Chloe innings was just the difference between the two teams today.
Well said. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dream 11 MVP for this match, Hayley Matthews. 103 points to her. Again, I spoke about her innings of 14 of just 9 balls, 2 wickets, and her brilliance in the field, all contributing towards that success. And she's enjoying herself off the field as well. So the first match of this SkyX 60 2022, the Barbados Royals taking honours, winning by 28 runs. And we're waiting for that next match. It should be a really good one. Knight Riders will be on the rebound up against the Guyana Amazon Warriors. And then the 3 p.m. match, we'll see the Barbados Royals once again and the Warriors with back-to-back matches. We're going to take a break and we'll come back shortly with live action.